Yo, what's going on, guys? GCTV back with another video. And into this video, we are going to be discussing The Walking Dead. We have the season premiere for Season 8, and this is the start of our fourth to last season of the series. Just going to talk about the critical reception, what people think of it, and then we have our weekly track roundup. I'm just going to get my videos done in the morning so I can watch March Madness throughout the day. The first game already started. I stayed up kind of late, so I didn't wake up till like 11, So the militia, a coalition of people from the Alexandria safe zone, the Hilltop colony, and the kingdom, prepare for war in an alliance to fight the saviors. So the fight is still on, even though we thought that Season 7 would end it, the fight is still going on, which is probably fair because there's still a lot of runtime for this show. Rick, Maggie, and King Ezekiel lead the respective communities in an assault on the sanctuary. I really like that Maggie's leading a community. I think that's really cool to me, honestly. Meanwhile, Carol, Morgan, Tara, and Daryl lead a large horde of walkers towards the sanctuary via controlled distractions. So it kind of adds fuel to the fire, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of walkers attacking their place now. Shortly after, Rick's convoy arrives at the sanctuary and simultaneously fire warning shots like, "We're here, bitch. Come out. We're here to talk." Negan steps out with his lieutenants, Dwight, Simon, Gavin, Regina, played by Tracy Dinwiddie, who is just now coming into the series and introduced as one of his lieutenants, and Eugene. Eugene, what a coward. After being taunted by Negan, Rick tells the lieutenants that he will let them live if they surrender, but reminds Negan that he will kill him. Don't you forget, buddy, old pal, I'm going to kill you. There's nothing you can do about it either. I'm sorry about the glare on the screen. It's kind of bad, but whatever. We'll just roll with it. After none of the lieutenants accept Rick's offer, Negan tells Rick that he lacks the numbers to win a fight against the Saviors and instructs Gregory, the leader of the Hilltop, to come out. Wow, such a big deal, man. The leader of the Hilltop that no one fucking cares about and no one wants to listen to tells him, "Oh, you better come with us." You're a bitch. No one's gonna listen to you. I thought that was hilarious, and Negan thought that was gonna do anything. Subsequently, Gregory steps out and asserts that the Hilltop stands with Negan, and the punishment to any Hilltop resident for fighting against the sanctuary is banishment for the offender and their families. It's actually hilarious, though. No, we're not standing with you. You're a bitch. No one cares about you. Jesus, speaking for all the Hilltop soldiers there, shouts that the Hilltop stands with Maggie, refuting Gregory's power. Yeah, you're done. You're not ruling us over. They took you to the sanctuary, now Maggie rules the Hilltop, so she makes the decisions. Infuriated, Simon, after deciding he's no longer useful, aggressively pushes Gregory down a set of stairs, which was kind of funny, dude. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hilarious. On the road, a savior caravan unintentionally activates a tripwire and sets off an explosion, which is heard at the sanctuary. Rick tells Negan's lieutenants to make up their minds, but they don't respond. Simply put, I guess they just don't know what the hell to do in this situation. Rick starts a countdown, but ends it early, firing at the walls and windows of the sanctuary, creating noise to draw the incoming walkers, and to also kind of destroy the sanctuary a little bit. Negan runs off as his lieutenants run back inside for cover. In the midst of the mayhem, Rick's fighters continue to spray bullets at the sanctuary, but eventually retreat to their cars for evacuation. Why did I say excavation? With signals sent by Carol's group, Gabriel positions their RV rigged with explosives in front of the sanctuary fence, and as it exits, as it continues slowly moving forward to blow up part of the sanctuary. Rick uses a garage door opener to detonate the explosives, successfully breaching the gate. Limping, Negan takes cover behind a sheet of metal as Rick, intent on killing Negan, continues firing at him. But Gabriel urges Rick to evacuate as well, reminding him of the plan. They don't want to quite kill Negan yet. They want to ruin everything he has first and rule over him, because that's exactly what he did to them, you know what I mean? That's what they should be wanting to do anyway. Before he goes, Rick uses an instant camera to snap a picture of Negan at the scene, like him being down and out, to kind of taunt him a little bit for all these petty things that Negan's done. As the herd closes in on the sanctuary, Gabriel sees a wounded Gregory and, compelled to help, pulls him to shelter. I mean, he's a religious guy. He wants to help out anyone he can. It's understandable. Gregory panics and takes off, driving away in the car Gabriel was to leave in, so now... Yeah, Gregory, you're a bitch. Now Gabriel is stuck at the sanctuary. With no other way out and surrounded by walkers, Gabriel finds shelter in a box trailer, but Negan is revealed to be there too. And that's kind of where that type of storyline leaves off. We're not really sure how that's going to end. Interspersed throughout, the episode cuts to 4 different scenes, but are not established when they occur relative to present events. In one, Rick and Carl are scavenging for gas when they encounter Sadiq, played by Avi Nash, a man of Middle Eastern descent, rambling to himself and begging for food, kind of going insane with the apocalypse, you know? This guy's name's Sadiq. I guess he'll be a big character coming up. Carl tries to approach him carefully, but Rick fires a warning shot, scaring him off. Carl scolds Rick, but Rick insists the man could have been a spy for Negan. Like, you just never know nowadays. You can't really trust anyone, but Carl's kind of being nice. He wanted to help the guy, you know. Carl later returns alone and leaves food for Sadiq, while Sadiq watches him from the nearby bushes, so, like, he could be a spy. A second scene has Rick alone, crying to himself against a tree in a forest, and the light refracted through a stained glass piece, muttering, "My mercy prevails over my wrath," which is kind of why the episode's called Mercy. A third has him mourning over 2 grave sites at the hilltop. It's kind of interesting how they keep, like, cutting to these scenes. They used the same technique in season 7's finale. I wonder if they're going to keep using it throughout the season and throughout the rest of the series. You know, where they cut to, like, Sasha talking to Eugene and her in the coffin and all that stuff. And of the final scene, an older, gray-haired and bearded Rick wakes up in a bed and with a cane walks to a living space and happily greets Carl, Michonne, and an older Judith, who leads him outside to an invigorated Alexandra preparing for a festival. So we're getting some, like, foreshadowing to later events going on in Alexandria, kind of like what Breaking Bad did in the final season with, like, Walter White being, like, 52 and having the New Hampshire Blades and all that stuff. That's cool how those shows do that, but that's going to do it for the episode. We can talk about what people think of it. People like this episode generally. It's kind of a return to form for this series, I think. 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, 7.34 out of 10, 32 reviews. Not bad there. Mercy mixes mysterious time-hopping sequences with explosive action to create a more hopeful premiere than previous seasons of The Walking Dead. 7.3 out of 10 on IGN. Its verdict this was a good setup episode, but because we were only given the initial stages of this conflict, the stakes fell a bit flat. But again, you have so many episodes for the show to really prove itself. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe to GCTV. I am out, guys. Have a good rest of your guys' day. I'm going to see you guys for a couple more videos today. We have our weekly track roundup coming up very soon. And then we're going to be discussing the NCAA tournament, March Madness, of course, later on in the night, once all the games are over. So I'm out, guys. Enjoy the tournament. Enjoy your